Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. How are you, brothers and sisters? Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Syukur pada Allah. Syukur to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for giving us this day. For giving us this day to be alive, to be breathing, to enjoy this life in this dunya, and also remembering for Akhirat, inshallah. Today, Alhamdulillah, some of my friends did ask me to talk in English, to speak in English. So I'm just doing this video so that some of my brothers and sisters who understand English, they would actually benefit from all the things that we are doing, inshallah. And it's very common, brothers and sisters, in Islam. Many people that still do not understand what is Islam, and that's the reason why I came out with this thing to call "Ask Me About Islam." So this is a symbol. Not many people, I'm sorry to say this, not many people are quite comfortable in wearing this. Why? Because they itself are afraid that they are not ready to answer the questions of a non-Muslim. This is a big thing. I think it is something alarming for me. Not alarming actually, something disturbing. Okay, I should say disturbing. Why? Because as a Muslim, by right we should know the basis of Islam, so that we are able to explain to our non-Muslim brothers. Islam is a beautiful religion, subhanallah, alhamdulillah. This could be, you could start off with that. You could start off with a cup of tea, you could start off with a cup of coffee, and then talk about Islam to them, how to begin a conversation with your new non-Muslim brothers and sisters. First and foremost, you should ask them how much do they know about Islam. Or you could also start off with knowing about their religion, because believe me, a lot of people are very, very comfortable when you ask them about themselves rather than you talk about yourself now. That's one of the things that that you can use for you to actually start off a conversation. It's not easy. Because why it's not easy? Because our niyyah, it comes with our niyyah. Our niyyah is to save people in this dunya. I think we all know that. That is bottom line clear for us. Our niyyah to be, to spread or talk about Islam to our brothers and sisters who we want to save them, in Akhirat. We want to save them, for them to be a Muslim in dunya Akhirat. But our main job, our niyyah, should be not only saving them, but also to talk about Islam to them, for the sake of Allah. And inshallah, when you do that, and you dua, and every day you ask this, you will be attracted. They will come and ask you. And this is already happening to me. This is already happening. Every day I'm getting calls, messages to ask some sort of questions about Islam. And as you can see, last year we brought around 40 people to Islam. I've brought around 40 people to Islam. This year, it just began. The year just began. We've brought around 5 people to Islam. And there are many people who I could see that they are in the process of accepting Islam. And there are people who we have spoke to them and they've accepted Islam elsewhere. Alhamdulillah. And this is our job. We can't be there all the time. And this is all what Allah has planned for them. Sometimes we talk to them about Islam and they get the hidayah at the time or at the place which Allah has planned for them, and not through us. Our job ends when we, probably at that time, at that time where we talk about Islam to them. So remember, brothers and sisters, Yeah, how to start a conversation with to our non-Muslim brothers and sisters is to basically first and foremost then talk to them. Yeah, may Allah open up their hearts and also for them to actually listen about Islam. And this is very common that is happening now in Malaysia as well. You can see many people are opening up to Islam, and there are people who are still contesting on Islam, who are protesting on Islam, who are not very happy about Islam. Never mind, don't worry about them, because Allah has plans for them. That's all we need to know. Allah has plans for them, and you need to just do the right thing. Yes, some people say I'm not some people tell me that they are not a da'i to do it. You don't need to be a da'i to talk about Islam. Subhanallah. You just need to be a Muslim. You just need to be a worshipping Muslim to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because in Akhirah, you wouldn't know, by what you spoke to someone, by why you supported someone to do the da'wah, to do the work of Allah. You might be, you might be getting the benefits, the deeds that you unexpected at that particular time. So continue to make dua for us, continue to talk about Islam. Today, alhamdulillah, I'm in Kelantan, the country, the state that has done a lot of things in terms of for Inspirasi Mualaf. And today we are going to talk to the one of our brother who is in SUK, and we are planning to do a program that was supposed to be in the month of December, but it was really a disastrous month here in Kelantan because of the monsoon and so on. Inshallah, we are planning to do it this year, which will be gathering around 100 reverts here in Kelantan, inshallah. Make dua for me, make dua for our brothers, and I do dua for you, brothers and sisters, to always be in faith, to always praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and tawheed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and understand the beauty of Islam that has been given to us. Subhanallah, syukur. We must syukur to Allah, for what He has given to us. With this, I will end this, inshallah. I hope my brothers and sisters will get this message of how to do a simple da'wah to our non-Muslim brothers and sisters. Inshallah, I will continue this every day. Probably, if you have questions, if you're a born Muslim, it's okay. Just ask me a question through this video, or you can just DM me through Messenger in Instagram, or message me through Facebook. Inshallah, we are quite open to answer your questions, non-Muslim or even Muslims. Inshallah, I'd like to end this. Ask me about Islam. If you see this, inshallah, please come and ask me, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.